But what the Free Britney case showed us is that a world-renowned, multi-million-dollar pop star, super pop star, was stuck in a conservatorship as well. That her own family put her in these legal constraints for their own benefit through no fault of her own.
Collaboration between Free Britney advocates and legal scholars has led to a new wave of conservatorship legislation, including Assemblymember Brian Mainshine's AB 1663, which was signed on September 30th. Put simply, a conservatorship is an arrangement that deems a person, quote, gravely disabled to manage their own affairs due to an intellectual or developmental disability, age-related disability, or mental illness. For a long time, this practice has been viewed as extreme.
The famous quote is that conservatorship is like a civil death, meaning virtually all of your rights, certainly some of your most important rights, are taken away and given to somebody else, and the monitoring of that is oftentimes pretty thin.
The groundbreaking changes in AB 1663 include a conservatorship alternatives program that emphasizes less intense options, being able to enter conservatorship without a hearing if both the conservatee and conservator agree to, and provisions for a new framework called supported decision-making.
What it does is change the very idea of how people need help. Under conservatorship, the general thinking is that the conservatee, the person being conserved, does not have the ability to make decisions.
This alternative will let people choose trusted supporters like family and friends to help make decisions on things like healthcare and social connections. This marks a change in the status quo that hasn't always addressed consumers' needs.
The vast majority of conservatorship petitions where the conservatee did not pass away were granted. Very, very few, just a small percentage, I think it was less than 1% of the conservatorships involved a trial where the conservatee fought the conservatorship all the way through.
While we've seen progress on probate conservatorships, these are only one of the two kinds here in California. The second kind are called LPS conservatorships, and these allow courts to institutionalize conservatees against their will. Progress on these conservatorships has been called regressive.
What we've also seen is the LPS conservatorships, especially the 5150s, being used as a hammer to come down on our homeless and disabled population. And it's under the guise of fixing the homeless crisis.
5150s are a term for 72-hour holds that have been used on homeless people in perceived longer-term LPS conservatorships. This practice has been criticized for legally depriving people of their rights before providing needed social services like housing. With the success of AB 1663, these and more issues will be discussed for future legislation.
Self-preservation is at the core of every single one of us. All we have to do is provide the support systems necessary for that individual to make those choices. And I think that is a fundamental shift in the way we think about our disabled population.